Hi, I'm Michael from the Cardinal Career Team 3947. Our team would like to share what First Level League is about, as well as our team project idea for the 2021-22 season.
First Level League is an international competition for elementary and middle school students. Contrary to what you might think, it's not all about playing with Legos. We do get to build and learn how to code a robot and compete in an exciting mission-based robotics game. However, we also have to potentially solve a real-world problem related to the competition theme and showcase our teamwork skills. This year's theme is Cargo Connect, so we had to design our project around cargo. The cargo we chose is people. Since Cargo Connect is all about transportation problems, the problem we thought was most eye-catching and also involved people was the bus issue. We talked about how the buses stopped at each house and how much time that consumed for students, bus drivers, and people in cars waiting behind the buses. Our original idea, Rendezvous Point, was a plan to select a spot that bus riders can meet between every 1 mile radius to hopefully have the bus make less stops and take less time. However, when we talked to our assistant principal, she told us several issues with the plan and how a lot of this was already being done. In an effort to collect data for problem solving, we created a survey. We distributed it on Facebook and asked various questions relating to bus and transportation issues. Based on the survey and talking with our assistant principal, who was in charge of our buses, we were able to have a bunch of discussion. We talked about what would and wouldn't work. We even talked about possibly using a 15-passenger van that helped with the transportation issue versus sending buses out to the remote areas of our district. However, after a lot of brainstorming, we scrapped our original plan and moved on to what became our actual project. But before we get to that, here are some of our survey results.
Most of the people that answered the survey said they were delayed 5 to 15 minutes because of school traffic. 42.5% of the people surveyed said they have to alter their schedules because of bus issues. One of the questions on the survey asked if buses hold you in traffic. More than 50% say sometimes, and about 15% say they are held in traffic often. This is a major issue because too many people are being held in traffic just because of buses. This will lead to people altering their schedules to work around the bus schedule. Pictured above is actual morning traffic lined up in front of schools. For more research, we met with principals from both Western Harnett Middle School and Western Harnett High School to talk about our idea and get additional data. Mr. Price, the Western Harnett High School principal, estimated the carpool wait line is about 17 minutes at his school. To collect data ourselves, we asked some friends to help with talking wait times, and they got these personal results.
Like we've mentioned before, after reviewing the survey, talking to principals, brainstorming, discussing, we finally decided on a new idea. We determined that the road from Western Harnett Middle School and Western Harnett High School is already a 3-lane road, which includes 1 turn lane. In the morning and afternoons, it stays backed up because of school and bus traffic. Our project is to add another lane that will help with traffic between these 2 roads, the distance between Docks Road and Buchanan Road. This will change the road in front of these 2 schools from 3 lanes to 4 lanes, with the first and third as turn lanes and the second and fourth as flow lanes.
From the black dot to the green dot is where we want to add the extra lanes. Docks Road to Buchanan Road. The distance between these 2 points is almost exactly a mile.
We are aware of the expenses of the project. We estimated the cost to be $1.4 million. Our assistant principal suggested road grants as a possible funding source for this project. We named our project Cuatro because it means 4 in Spanish, and our goal is to have a 4-lane road. We believe this will cut down on traffic, back up around these schools, but will help not only parents, students, bus drivers, and school employees, but also regular citizens who just need to get by the schools on their way to work or home as well.
This is how we want our future road to look. It has 2 flow lanes and 2 turn lanes and 2 free flow lanes. We chose this design because it will help control traffic coming in and out of both schools, and as well as helping bus drivers who need to get by to the schools.
Last week, we met virtually with 3 NCDOT employees about our idea, and here's what they said we needed to consider. Some things that need to be factored into a project like this are right-of-way issues, utility, and water line relocation, asphalt costs, public hearings, and environmental permitting.
They also said that this type of project would typically fall under a state-funded project.
They also suggested of thinking other possible solutions, like staggering school start times or having a traffic signal in front of schools.
This type of project would typically take over a year to a year and a half to complete.
Additional comments they made about our idea is it was a fantastic idea, certainly something that could happen, and we are not far off from the estimated cost.
Our team says go big or go home with our project idea. So we'd love to have our 4-lane road become a reality, and hopefully we planted the seed of that idea.
However, after discussion with the DOT, we have contacted the principal to ask about the car rider window being adjusted to see what impact that would make on the
Impact that would have on the traffic problem first.
Thank you for your time and support. We'd be happy to ask any questions.